Our disgruntled gamer rant for this episode is going to be Eastern devs versus Western devs.
The battle lines have been drawn.
And what the hell is going on with Western devs when it comes compared to the quality that we're seeing for new games that are about to drop compared to what we're getting from the Western counterparts?
So, we talked about it. I mean, we've kind of talked about it a little bit before that the Western game developers, there's a couple of outliers. We all know that Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be phenomenal. Like that's an outlier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is not all Western game developers because there's some outliers, but this is just like as a whole, I guess you should say, because there's more shit nuggets than there are good ones. You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
it's more, we're not trying to say, like you said, we're not saying all Western game developers are bad. We're just trying to highlight, instead of being the gatekeepers for them, they already have, stop being gatekeepers for them. They already have enough gatekeepers. Western devs do. They have IGN, they have GameSpot, they have New York Times, so many people that can gatekeep for them. Okay.
Gucci, Armani, apparently.
The point of having this stuff and immediately bringing up this conversation, even with we have 50 people watching, with our little circle here of just talking about it, because they need to be held accountable when they mess up.
Yep.
They need criticism. We're not taking a shit on them and just saying like, oh, they're just complete garbage. But some of the stuff they have released has been kind of bad.
Yeah.
Compared to the quality of what we've seen that Chinese devs and Eastern devs are going to deliver this year.
Yeah. The Eastern, okay, let me start over. The Eastern game developers have come out and said, you know what? We're going to optimize gameplay, story over we're going to have good graphics, but that's going to be secondary, the icing on the cake. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but there is an issue there when it comes. So China, I think Eastern game developers, specifically China now, they figured out the winning formula.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So what the formula they figured out is From Software, Souls game. Okay. Not everyone likes Souls games, though. They're really too hard. Okay, Souls game with story, fantasy element, but fast gameplay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But not as challenging as a Souls game. But on the verge of being a Souls game. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's not so, like 𝐬𝐿.
Correct.
That was their stepping stone. That was really like, hey, we're here. And that game was Souls-like.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just... it wasn't too challenging, and it wasn't like just, you die, you lose all your souls. You kept everything.
Yeah.
They didn't make it so it was just a grunt, like just a ridiculous, way too challenging and stuff like that. And you got rewarded, but they sped up the gameplay. They made the combat fun, and they gave you this story up front by you figuring out what the story is when you're playing most Souls games, right? You have to figure out the story as you play. But they also said, hey, we're not going to hold your hand, though, okay? Which what gamers want. They don't want their hands held, all right? So they figure out this winning formula that they're saying, okay, going forward, this is what our games are going to be, and this is what we're doing. And every game we've seen so far from an Eastern or Chinese developer this year has been exactly that. They haven't put a Elden Ring, even though I love Elden Ring's open world. I think that was just masterfully done, but they're not doing that kind of open world. They're letting you have little exploration in some of the zones, right? But they're keeping it a little bit more linear than you would see in Elden Ring, right?
Yeah.
But they're giving you amazing combat gameplay along with that. So they figured out a winning formula, and that's what all these games that are coming out here soon are exactly that kind of formula.
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing. Western devs.
This is not
Westerns. We have an issue right now with major ideological, political. I understand people are melting down because you got to fucking you might not like the current president. Okay, too bad. Get over it. You're a game dev. Let's focus on a video game that you deliver to gamers that you should be listening to. I'm not talking about your trolls and stuff like that, but you should be not hating the gamers. You should embrace them and their criticism. Because those are the people that are playing your game. Okay.
Correct.
Now, I guess the rebuttal to that, oh, well, they're so nasty, it's so toxic. Not everyone is like that.
Not everyone's like that. Actually, 90% of them are not like that.
Exactly. They think X is like the real world or something.
Yeah.
Everything is just X. And, people just doing their troll accounts and stuff like that. But there's legit criticism all around the place that they really need to start paying attention to. And they need to start paying attention to Eastern developers right now. Specifically China, what they're bringing, and the kind of game they love. 𝐬𝐿 was a worldwide success. It's ridiculous. Like, it was a worldwide success. You can say the game wasn't for me, but at the end of the day, it was an amazing success story.
Yeah, it was.
And it won
the Game Awards. They didn't win it at the Game Awards. Yeah, no, that's not the only one that matters.
But Western devs are starting to have this activist, political ideologue issue that they're trying to take these fantasies. So, all right, we say this all the time. I hate regurgitating this, but when a gamer plays a video game, they want to be immersed in a world that is totally separate from all the bullshit that is happening in ours. They want
Correct.
Fantasy.
Correct.
They want to be immersed in something that is
and
not
the opposite could be said. And the opposite could be said if, like, what if there was a game and it came out and it was like talking about the Bible and the Second Amendment and you have to pledge allegiance to the flag and all this. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, it was very patriotic.
Exactly.
Like, it'd be the. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you wouldn't like that.
People don't care about pronouns. Stop putting them in fucking games and fantasy games. They don't care about them.
Nobody cares.
But when you do that, you're just saying, this is my beliefs. And I'm putting them in.
And you have to accept them.
That's what they feel like. And you're going to kill your game doing that because a lot of people are just sick and tired of it.
Yeah.
Give me a fantasy. Give me a fantasy world that have politics. You're going to have politics in worlds, of course. But you don't have to have the exact same, like, Tosh from Dragon Age. Like, well, you got to do a barf because you misgender me.
That's stupid.
Like, you're just shoving that crap in people's face. They don't want that. Just give them fantasy. Let them immerse themselves in a world that they don't have to, worry about getting all these, I guess, social ideologies shoved in their face.
Correct. Like, if you want to put that in your game, make it an option.
And, you can say what you want about DEI and stuff like that. All right. Hire people based off merit. And guess what? When you hire people based off merit, guess what you get? You get natural diversity.
Correct. Here's the thing is, if I was a game company and I was hiring 10 coders, and I interviewed 50 different people, right? And they all had to, like, give me, if I said, hey, I need you to write code this, and I'm going to judge the best code, the best 10 people win. You know what I mean? I'm going to pick the best 10 codes. I don't care if you're whatever. I don't care about that. Can you do what I need you to do? That's it. You could be, you know what I mean? You could be, if they're, Asian, black, Arabic, whatever. It doesn't matter. Can you do what I need you to do? That's the only thing I'm hiring you for. I don't care. I don't care what you do. That's it. That's how diversity works itself out.
That's right. All right. But also, when it comes to, like, the Eastern devs, right? Again, they figure out the winning formula. They're pushing it through. Now let's talk character design. Okay, you get Western devs. You have to figure out this character design.
Got to.
Why is it that I always see the Eastern designing? I mean, they take this model for their character and it looks exactly like the model.
Yeah.
That is based off of almost every time.
The thing about it is it didn't used to be this bad. They had the model. They had it down pat. Like, all their character designs used to be good.
Kojima was the first one to give them the Western studios this. Kojima handed it on them on a silver platter on how to do it. And it's like they still can't do it. I'm looking at Dragon Age, I'm looking at Avowed, I'm looking at all these games and this so bad character designs, dude.
Well, I mean, think about, like, how Mortal Kombat used to look compared to what it looks like. It looks like the characters are terrible looking now.
You're trying to, these Western studios are creating the characters, they're trying to make a, I guess, ideological point in their design of the character, which kind of backfires because you're making stupid looking characters.
Yeah.
Like, just make them appealing. Concord, you failed. $400 million down the drain because you had no characters that appealed to anybody.
Yeah. Nobody wants to play with a fat rainbow hair.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just being honest.
So, but I mean, that's just one of the many examples that are just like, fix your character designs, man. Make your characters cool looking.
Oh,
I'm not saying you gotta have huge knockers and their things are bouncing. Just make them decent looking.
Make them feminine. Make men masculine and women feminine. Simple.
And that's another thing. They have this weird thing like, oh, well, a man can be a woman and woman can be a man. That's like what they're pushing in their character design.
Yeah.
Like, to make them, they could be either or.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If
you get their pronouns wrong.
If they do not, then the Eastern devs will continue to take over, and they're going. I'm gonna be clapping for them. I'll be cheering them on.
Everyone's like, well, you're supporting the CCP. Well,
don't care. Is the game good? I don't give a damn. I'm not supporting.
Gamer cares that what party their game's coming from.
Here's the thing: is I don't know where the money's going. I just want to play a good game.
Yeah. You
got to prove to me that's where it's going. I have no clue where it's going. Zero.
Well, you're supporting their nuclear program.
I pay
the game's fun.
No, here's the thing. Here's the way I look at it. When I buy a game for my PS5, I usually use the PayPal option. So I'm giving my money to PayPal. What they do with it, It's on them. I don't know what they're doing with it.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, at the end of the day, Eastern devs are cooking. Is that the word, right? Cooking.
Yeah.
They're
How do you do, fellow kids? That's you right now.
Cooking. Let them cook, Grant. But yeah, I mean, that's what they're doing. They're
Yeah.
just giving us good stuff.
And you know what? They're probably, I bet their offices are just like relaxed and having a good old time. Nice feng shui in the offices.
They probably make fun of, look at those guys and what they made.
They're probably laughing at Avowed right now.
Yeah. Oh, they probably are after they see that character design.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Grant, that's our Disgruntled Gamer Rant.
Yeah.
That is the Disgruntled Gamer Rant.
And that's the state where we're in right now.